Is a retired WWE talent going to be making an in-ring return? The AEW locker room has been given a warning prior to Dynamite, and are a pair of ex-WWE tag team champions going to be reuniting in AEW? Stay tuned. 3 words, Fraser.
What are they, Adam?
Sterling James Keenan.
Whoa, you've sold me.
All right.
Yeah.
Corey Graves, the former Sterling James Keenan, might be making a return to the ring. This is something that has been teased a few times over the years, and it's something that he's been really, really keen on doing. He's been chatting away to Pop Culture Online and said, I've recently started working with the NXT talent on helping develop characters and things of that nature, and I've really enjoyed it thus far. So I'm really looking forward to working with NXT a lot more as the year progresses. I'd like to remind everybody one more time that I have been cleared to compete, and I can't think of a better scenario for me to step back in the ring than alongside my beautiful wife, Carmella.
Oh, that's quite sweet.
It is sweet, isn't it?
I like how he's made it very clear. Like, he's gone, I am cleared. Remember, guys, because it's been a long time since he's been in the ring. I think it was, I want to say 2014, 15 that he sort of had to retire. It was definitely after an NXT run. He was NXT tag champs with, Pac now, but back when he was Neville. What a name.
This is all coming flooding back now, Fraser.
Yeah.
This is stuff that I haven't thought about in a long time.
Yeah, so he had a very good run in NXT. He was one of my sort of favorites back then when it was before it sort of blew up.
Really?
He was yeah, I really liked him. I was a big fan of his look. I was like, oh, it's like CM Punk, but he does a clover leaf as his finish.
Yeah.
But it'd be great to see him back in the ring. I think he's been one of the better commentators of the past 10 years or so.
Which is exactly why I'm going to say that I'm not that fussed about seeing him in the ring. This sounds a miserable thing to talk about, and it's his dream and everything. He wants to get back in the ring. And you know what? A one-off mixed tag match against like an Edge and Beth Phoenix or something like that. Yeah, that could be fun. But I don't really want to see him do it full time because I value him so much as a commentator. Yeah,
he is a great commentator. I think it would have been nicer if he is getting back in the ring to just not reference the fact that he's cleared. So then we could get it would be a pop, I would say, for when Carmella is sort of having a challenge from a duo, and then he can just get in the ring and go, and it would have been a nicer surprise moment or a Rumble return if we'd seen it. But him down in NXT currently, I think he's got a lot he could pass on to the talents down there, especially behind the desk.
Oh yeah, totally. And you know what? He was a really accomplished indie wrestler. He did a lot on both in the US and international indie scenes.
Yeah.
So yeah, for sure. I think if this was going to happen, he probably wouldn't be talking about it here. I don't think there are any plans for this to happen personally.
It does feel like he's just reminding not the viewers at home. He's reminding Triple H. He's going, I am cleared, guys, but get me involved.
Next up, AEW talent were given a warning prior to Dynamite. Dynamite emanating from Laredo, Texas on Wednesday. A warning was given to the locker room. AEW talent stayed very close to the border before the show and were told not to visit the border before for safety reasons. So crossing the border from Laredo is known to result in drivers being pulled over by alleged cartel members that then charge a fee for safe passage.
It happens when I go home to Scotland, actually.
Is that right?
Similar thing. Avoid the border.
So it totally makes sense to do that. I've not really got anything to add to that. Everybody seemingly stay safe.
Stay
took
safe.
The advice and everything. So
yeah, that's a good point. And like, I'm glad that the talent are being looked after in that respect.
Yeah,
you're not just go and have fun, go and do what you want.
It's scary stuff. I watch a load of like cartel documentaries all the time.
Yeah,
I wouldn't like to mess with them personally. No. But then again, I wouldn't like to mess with Chris Jericho. With Jungle Boy.
Yeah.
Christian Cage.
Christian Cage,
Young Bucks, I'd give it a go, to be honest.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Just chop them, yeah.
We got another name change for an NXT star. I want to go into this without just saying The Rock's daughter, Ava Raine. We should be celebrating her as her own thing now, right?
NXT star.
The Rock's offspring, Ava Raine, is now simply going to be known as Ava, according to NXT's their profile on WWE.com. So a bit of a name change there. It feels like, I don't have a problem with it or anything, but it feels like it did like 10 or so years ago when all the women that were getting signed just lost their surnames for some reason. Does it make them more marketable? Perhaps, I don't know.
I think it's a wee bit of a step back in terms of like going, oh, she's just Ava. Having a second name just makes her feel more like a person in terms of like a character, well-rounded. They could just call her Ava rather than Ava Rain.
Yeah, and then you've got like Austin Theory, who went to Theory and then got his first name back. I wonder why it's different with the women, seemingly, that they tend to scrap the surnames more often.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen not many name changes in recent months, right? We've not seen a lot of this happening, so this is the first one that's really stood out. And I guess in developmental, they might have just gone, the Rain part is not working. It's more marketable to have her as Ava.
Perhaps, maybe it's to do with the Schism thing. Maybe they just think that works better as a character within the Schism group.
Just change it to the Pebble.
The Pebble.
The Pebble. Ava, the Pebble Rain.
When do you reckon they're going to start properly acknowledging that? Not until the main roster, surely.
Yeah, main roster. If they can get The Rock back for something, I imagine we'll see her sort of endorse her and sort of give her the rub sort of
thing. She's got to be really good before you do that. And I'm not saying she's not, but she's still a bit green, obviously.
She's not. I don't think she's had a match in NXT yet. So like,
just from what I've seen, like the training stuff, like obviously she's still got a long way to go. She's a really young woman and everything. But like saying, hey, this is The Rock's daughter. Expectations are going to be so
pressure,
high
right?
that it is too much pressure.
And we saw like we've seen them avoid that with Charlotte up until she got to the main roster. It was just like, it's Charlotte and you know who her dad is, but we're not going to. We can have him at ringside, but we're not going to say who it is. So maybe we'll see it in the main roster. But
I
Ava,
hope so. Yeah. I think she's good. From what I've seen of her, I think she's really decent. I think she shows a lot of promise. Good luck to her. Next up, Stone Cold Steve Austin has got himself a new TV series. It is Stone Cold Takes on America.
Yeah, America.
I can't say it. Hell
You wanted to.
Hell yeah. It works. Tell us all about it, Fraser.
So it was announced that Stone Cold Takes on America will premiere on A&E at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Are you going to be tuning in? On Sunday, April 30th.
Oh, definitely.
The show is going to be part of WWE's sort of Sunday night programming block on the network. It will air alongside season 2 of WWE's Most Wanted Treasures, which will also premiere on April 30th. Now, from the press release, it says in each 1 hour episode, Stone Cold Takes on America, Austin will hit the road in his RV. Oh my God, this is going to be great. Accepting challenges from fans that push him out of his comfort zone and make up for lost time. Through archival footage from classic WWE moments and his own stories, the series weaves together Austin's old and new life, both filled with incredible feats and his unique point of view as he celebrates and learns from new experience how only Stone Cold Steve Austin can.
Sounds alright, doesn't it? I think it sounds quite fun. I think it sounds good.
It sounds a bit. I want to see him try different food, like what was it? Guy Fieri. What was it? Diners, Drive-ins, and Dives.
Yeah.
Was that his show? Yeah, that was it.
Right, gotcha.
Give us that.
It sounds like a cross between Fear Factor and a Goofy movie. So he's going around in his RV, but then he's got to do crazy stuff
There is
like
a great
eat kangaroo
RV
film.
RV by Robin Williams. Great
I've
film.
never seen that.
Just give us that with Stone Cold in the lead.
What happens in that? Really quick.
The
Do it as a
RV gets
haiku.
stuck on the top of a mountain and it teeters. It's one of Robin Williams' best.
Yes, sack off Stone Cold Takes on America. Watch RV with Robin Williams. Finally, and this is, I didn't expect to be reading this. It looks like a couple of ex-WWE tag team champions might be reuniting in AEW. Chris Jericho filing a trademark for Jeri-Show, of course, his name. The name of his and Paul White's, the Big Show's tag team. Oddly enough, I was just watching back Jeri-Show versus DX, TLC.
Yeah.
And it's such a good spot where Jericho gets up on Big Show's shoulders and he's walking around with him like that, but then realize he can't use his hands or anything. I actually think that it was a bit of a lull perhaps in Big Show's career at that point, and it really did rejuvenate him. I feel like they did really decent stuff.
Yeah,
together.
they were
I
really,
enjoyed them
really
as a
good
tag
run.
team.
I think it was one of my favorites entrance musics throughout, like, watching that period.
Was it?
It was a hybrid.
Break the walls down. It's the Big Show and Jericho. Yeah,
it was so good. It's like one of those hybrid themes that just really, really worked.
Normally they're crap.
Yeah.
Normally they do not work. That
it's
was
just
a really
like what
good one.
Fandango and Tyler Breeze when they just mixed the two themes and it would just cut randomly.
Yeah.
They actually combined them. I thought they had really good chemistry together. Jericho has had some great tag team partners. Him and Kevin Owens was similar to him in Show.
Class.
If they come back for a run, I wouldn't object to it if they can get the music, of course.
Yeah,
but imagine what Judas and whatever Big Show's current theme is.
He's only wrestled like 4 times in AEW.
Yeah,
I can't even picture it.
5-star classic with QT Marshall.
Marshall. I'd be up for it, but personally, I think like Jericho is just hooked on registering these trademarks.
Oh,
It's all he does.
Yeah.
Like I go home, I might treat myself to a scratch card once a week. Jericho's there on the.
You don't register trademarks every day.
No, not very often. Maybe I'm missing out. Maybe that's
what we need to be doing. But yeah, it looks like Big Show. He's recently said in an interview that he's had knee surgery and he is optimistic for an in-ring return. So I could see it happening.
I really like Big Show. I don't think Big Show gets the respect that he's due. Like when you talk about great giants, obviously Andre comes to mind immediately. Whose career was cut short through no fault of his own, health issues and all that. But Big Show, for his longevity alone, his ability to be slotted into any part of the card, and the fact that actually he's put on some pretty cracking matches as well.
Has, right?
I think he might be, and this is controversial, I think he's the best giant ever. No disrespect to Andre.
It's a very good argument for him. Off the top of my head, the only person I think that can top him is Great Khali.
Thank you very much for watching. We will be back for more news shortly. I need to have a word, Fraser.